Dear listener, ClockTower is intended for mature audiences and might be inappropriate or possibly triggering to some. Many of the themes and events in ClockTower are inspired by weird fiction as well as similar concepts, which means the show can get dark. If that isn't something you enjoy, please listen at your own discretion. We here at the ClockTower care about you, so please put your mental health first. Our show will be here when you're ready.
Welcome to Season 2 of ClockTower, a D&D 5e experience. To all our old and new listeners, we're excited to have you here with us. ClockTower is a D&D campaign turned audio drama, played with a custom class and a few house rules that we as a group collectively enjoy. If you find yourself getting a little lost, there's always older episodes to guide you back to the path. With all that said, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and welcome to the ClockTower. Jaeger walks down the street of a busy city, the sun way too hot in the sky as he sees faceless people walk by him, friendly but unfamiliar, as in front of him there's a door to a large building, and he hears chatter and commotion, revelry from inside. And as he puts his hand on the door, gently pushes it open, the warmth and the laughter of what seems to be a large tavern explodes forward towards him. And he sees happy faces that look at him as he hears several people call his name. And in the back from somewhere, he hears someone say, "You're late!" And as he sees in front of him, there's a table, a big round table that's almost full, with people pulling their chairs in as close as they can to make room for other people, pushing tightly packed together. As around the table is Sam, Barrett, Trinket, and Reagan's there, and Rock is there. And they look up happily as Jaeger sees other friendly faces, Wagon Wheel and Red, and he hears the people yelling his name from in the tavern, slightly as Barrett says, "Jaeger!" The roar of the tavern kicks back in as Lily brings the table a round of drinks, sets even a smaller glass in front of Sam, as Sam sees Jaeger and gives him a nice nod, as if to say, "Welcome home." And then you feel a hard hand on your shoulder as you see Skeleton King next to you, smiling, and you hear his grating voice say, "Jaeger!" And then he shakes you a little bit, and you feel like there's something hard pressed on your face. You try to move your hand up to touch it, but your hand doesn't move. You hear Barrett calling you to the table again. "Jaeger!" But the noise of the tavern starts to drown away, fading away into darkness. And one by one, you see the faces of your friends disappearing like they disappeared from so many missions. As you hear Barrett calling you again. But it doesn't sound friendly this time. It sounds scared. "Jaeger!" And then you hear something else. And as everything else has faded away, you see Skeleton King is still standing there next to you as he says, "You gotta wake up, buddy." And as you open your eyes, you feel pain everywhere. Take away 10 hit points, please.
Okay.
As you look around, you see your own blood on the stone below you. And from somewhere distantly above you, you hear Barrett calling for you. As you slowly come back to your senses, you realize that everything hurts. You've been close to dying before, but this is a little too close for comfort. And your pocket watch still isn't ticking, and you can see that nearby you, one of the open doors of the module is spilling that blue light out onto you. And as you slowly come to your senses and wake up, you realize you can't see Barrett above you. You have no idea how far you've fallen.
Jaeger, get up! Can I even see him?
No. And he hasn't responded. You heard a thump, like a very solid thump, and you are right now in this moment terrified that was a final thump.
I'm like desperately, panically, just like looking at my pocket watch. I'm like, come on, Jaeger!
And as you slowly get to your feet, you hear, and then there's a loud slamming noise as the module that you're on tilts and sort of bounces with the weight of the Minotaur landing on the module that you are on, looming above you, flaming. As that happens at the exact same time that maybe it was the Minotaur's weight on the machine, you're not sure, but all of the modules seem to spark to life and start moving around as Barrett, you are suddenly starting to be lifted up and away from where Jaeger fell.
No!
And you hear Barrett's voice getting further away as the Minotaur looks down at you. No humanity in the flaming pools that would be eyes. Just the hate and the finality of that blue light given an autonomous form.
Jaeger takes a second and shifts his shoulder back into place, popping the joint back in.
You see your bow at your ankles.
Reaches down, grabs that. Barrett!
Oh, thank Haven!
Get to the door!
It's so hard to hear each other now at this point.
I look for a door, the door he's talking about. There's just the one door spilling it out?
So as the modules are all moving around you, you see that big module with the portcullis door.
Yeah.
Barrett is lifting closer to you and is kind of moving in an arc that you think it's about to pass your module.
Okay. So I could probably hop. You said it was open, right? It was half open?
You think if you haul ass to the end of this module and time it right, you can dive almost straight shot into that other module.
Completely invigorated by just hearing his fucking voice, I'm gonna start sprinting. I don't even give a damn about that punctured lung. More air for me. So I guess it's just movement, huh? Acrobatics? Yeah. That's a natural 20. I'm not even gonna touch it.
Barrett runs forward and dives into the open portcullis of whatever that module is. As elsewhere in this maze, as Jaeger faces down the Minotaur himself and Barrett jumps into that module, Cleon is holding the body of Aelith and crying. Since Barrett and Jaeger are outside of the maze, the scrying pools aren't looking at them. They're only showing Cleon over Aelith's body as Cleon sobs up and looks up with this emotion that words can hardly describe beyond pain. As they say, "Is this what the gods want? Is this what they've always wanted?" Everybody watching those pools around the Colosseum looks around and looks over at Trinket and Chloe fighting the principal, who is smoldering in embers that they can't understand. As Cleon turns back to Aelith and puts their forehead against hers and says, "Even Aerith would not stand for such atrocities. This goes beyond discord. This is suffering." Trinket, the principal, is currently just blocked Chloe's attack. And you see him, having just said that Chloe is a disappointment, turns on her to hit her with his attacks. He hit her with all three. As she tries to kick him, pulls her in front of him, and using his elbow, catches her in the chest and smashes her into the stone of the ground beneath him, and then kicks her in the ribs twice.
So I do have Sentinel, so that means I can hit him now.
Oh, because he attacked someone next I see.
Yeah.
Are you going to say anything or do anything? Or how does Trinket react to seeing Chloe get laid out?
I mean, very wordlessly, but aggressively. Like, I don't say anything, but that is scarier.
You just see the lantern just like well up.
I guess I'm just gonna hit him with my axe.
Okay.
Unless I feel like the lantern can do more, but I feel like I pushed my luck with that one already.
I will say the one benefit that you see is that you guys aren't under a blue light right now. And Chloe is on the ground and looks scared and terrified, but I think the stone took more damage than Chloe actually has.
Heck yeah. 26 to hit?
Damn.
That hits.
Yeah. So I rolled an 8 on the die. 13.
Chloe gets laid out, you just slam into him with your axe. And now it's your turn.
And now now I get to do it again.
Mm-hmm.
And I will. No, I wasn't lying. I will. So that's 26 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah.
He's not the Minotaur.
Yeah. And then this time I am going to add a ClockTower dice to my damage. 15.
He is just below a quarter of his health, so he's on death's door right
Hell
now. He is fucked up. Those 2 axe swings pushed him way closer to death than he was before. In fact, he's now looking at you terrified, because you shouldn't even be able to hurt him. Although he was warned, but still, this is... Yeah, he's intimidated.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Good.
He's now actively afraid of you and Sam. Less so Chloe, because he just laid her out, but I think from Chloe's perspective, she looks up at you as the light of the lantern highlighting you around as you stand defensively above her, just messing this guy up. As he starts backing away from you up the stairs a little bit, but it's Sam's turn.
Yeah, Sam, kind of like still hunched over, doubled over from just the thrashing they received, is gonna try and like take some deep breaths, catch their breath, point their wand at them, and just yell with a kind of sudden authority, "Freeze!" And I'm gonna cast command on him. Please make a DC 14 Wisdom save.
14 exactly.
Damn, meets beats. All right, in that case, yeah, I'm gonna run. He's going towards the end, like the doorway, right?
He's not yet, but he's going to be trying to retreat up to the hallway.
I'm gonna run like half circle around, so I'm closer. I'm on the other side of him.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Chloe is going to get up from being prone, and she's going to back up behind Trinket, and Chloe stands behind you as if she's like ready to kick this guy's ass with you. He's not looking good. And then you see a bunch of other people from the stadiums are making their way over here now.
Hell yeah.
Like the majority of this school, for some reason, is starting to make their way over here. Jaeger, there's a Minotaur in front of you. What are you doing?
You said the things are starting to move now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for, is there any of these that are nearby that are moving that I can possibly like duck between that are getting closer, like that are getting closer together?
There's one moving like ships in the night from you right now. Very close.
Heading to that one.
You going.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait,
well,
pause. Am I within melee attack range of the
movement
Minotaur?
range. Oh, no.
Okay.
No, you're not base to base.
Okay, good.
You're
good.
actually 20 feet apart.
Perfect. Yeah, it starts running.
Okay, athletics check, don't roll a 1. It's a very easy check to make.
I didn't roll a 1.
What
It's
is
2.
You stumble and almost fall off of it as you're running, and you are desperately trying, and like this thing, they're moving past each other, right? And you like almost twist your ankle and fall more than run onto the next platform, and it moves you, because you move your full movement past, right? Because you don't actually fall, just story-wise. So you move your full movement all the way onto the other module, away from the Minotaur. It moves you even further as the Minotaur's moving. And the Minotaur, flavor-wise, would have done a full multi-attack on you if you had not left. But the Minotaur's like punch just like goes as it's like pulled away from you, and you feel the cold air just like towards you as it opens both of its giant fists and unhinges its brass jaw and just spews fire and hatred towards you as it screams as you're getting away, as it's just its scream echoing through the mechanisms of this giant machine.
Do I see anything that's going up?
Well, you're going up right now.
Oh, sick. Okay,
And
cool.
the Minotaur is disappearing below you, and you kind of are...
Keep
you can
running.
take a shot at it if you want.
Fuck that, now I'm dashing to the far side.
You're just getting away and holding your balance, huh?
Fuck it. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta
All right,
go.
you're waiting for the next mod.
Yeah,
I
I need to get to a good spot so I can get to the next place.
All right, it's Barrett's turn. Barrett, in this module, you see a large dungeon room. It's about 30 by 30, and this is definitely where the Minotaur is kept. There are big chains that look like they're released and drawn back into the walls. But the thing you find most noticeable about this is this giant brazier. It's the biggest one you've seen yet. The same brass that the bull is made out of and the sconces on the wall and everything are made out of. And you see it's got these glowing, what look like clock tower runes all the way around it that seem to flicker like the flame inside of it itself is flickering. It kind of looks to you as if this is like the fire of Prometheus held in this, and everything else comes from this one.
Okay, I'm just instantly having flashbacks of the lighthouse.
It
And
looks like the lighthouse, but this was done much better.
yeah, not with scraps and with godly means.
It has things about it that the lighthouse didn't.
As I look at it and kind of almost lose myself in it for a second and take out my 2 axes, drop that shield on the ground, and I'm just gonna do a cross attack onto it. And
As you get close enough to attack it, you see in the embers of the flames are just so many bones and so much ash of other bones previously, most of which seem to have a glow that is smoldering off of them that doesn't look like the bones that you saw in the lighthouse. The bones look different.
I mean, I'd love to just ponder.
You're pretty sure it's all of the
Yeah.
demigods who die in this maze that they
Yeah.
throw onto this fire to keep
Yeah.
it burning.
And I'm going to specifically aim the cross of my swings and aim directly for that glowing ring going around.
AC 5.
13 plus 6.
You hit.
Cool. 6.
That hits.
Yeah, okay, great. 17.
That hits.
Yeah.
It's not bloodied yet.
Ugh, okay. Don't fucking die.
I'm trying real hard, buddy.
You are beating the shit out of this brass brazier, and you see that it's almost reflecting your blows. It does not want to be damaged, and you're leaving cuts in it, but you see the runes are still glowing underneath it.
Is it perfectly mounted on metal or something? Like a what is it?
I mean, you're damaging it.
Okay. Would it be better to just push it over? Or what's?
You don't know.
Okay.
So it's up to you. If you would like to do something different on your next turn, feel free. Right now, you are having an effect.
Damage.
It is now the Minotaur's turn. The Minotaur is chasing Jaeger. It moves its full movement and uses its attack as well to chase him. Since we don't have a battle map, I'm going to run it like this. You will need to make another athletics check to keep getting onto different platforms. If you fail your next athletics check, he will catch you on his next turn.
Got it.
But in the meantime, it's the principal's turn. You did not succeed command, right? He does not want to be anywhere near Trinket's axe anymore. He would like to leave. He is going to leave. Attack of opportunity to you.
No.
22 to hit.
That hits.
Do it.
9.
9. And he can't move.
Nope.
Movement is 0.
Nowhere.
He looks terrified. He turns to run away, and you just slash him in the back of the leg, and he can't keep moving.
You're not getting away from this one.
Sam.
Oh, no, it's still my turn.
Oh yeah. It's,
I'm wrong. Holy shit.
Kill
You're not
him.
getting away from this one.
No, I didn't hit him with this one. It was only,
You have... Oh, you already had advantage because of...
yeah.
Mark for death, I was going to say.
Yeah, I rolled a 4 and 3, so it's But I do want to, like, if I can, I want to make sure I don't hit him, but I'm going to sink my axe right next to him. So it's extra scary that I miss, but it's still intimidating.
Right. I will take the flavor on that because it's sick. Especially with, like, you plant your axe next to him, you're like, you're not getting away from this one. I was only doing what was best for the gods! As Sam, it's your turn.
Realizing that Sam has not been able to affect this man, and they've really tried. Return to what they do best, and they're gonna take a step back up on top of the risers so people can see them, and they're gonna cast a fairy fire like a massive signal in the sky, the whole school can see, and they're going to loudly speak. This person claims that they are doing right by the gods, but you are the children of the gods. Do you think this is right? Come here, come and see and deliver your judgment upon them.
Sam, as you do that, you fire a light up into the sky, right? The sky parts and day breaks.
Sam is like, did I do that? Fuck, I'm running with it.
And as you say, render your judgment upon them, you hear thunder in the background. And lightning strikes across a blue sky.
Yeah.
It was night. It's daytime now.
Oops. But yeah, Sam is just like in full arms up like a conductor, casting this person arm down, casting them into Hades itself.
You see one of the children of Zeus gently pushes past you, like touches your shoulder a little bit, and only gives you a slight nod of like, sorry, I'm not trying to be rude to you, but like heads right for that guy, and a mob of demigods descends on him as they're all going to go in and around Chloe's initiative, and they help Chloe up, and Chloe joins in stomping this guy out.
Nice.
The thing is that the demigods shouldn't be able to hurt this guy, but as the sky parts and day breaks and lightning strikes, you see that there's a glow around him that fades away for some reason, and he is beaten to death. The students sort of turn to look to you as it's happening, and Chloe is actually pushed out of the way because they're not really stopping. And Chloe comes over to you and sees that Sam is still okay and says, do we still need to help your friends?
Yes.
I'll go try and find a way to get down there. I'll be right back.
All right.
And she takes off. It's now Jaeger's turn. Athletics check.
6.
Total? All right. You try to get to the next module and it moves away too fast for you to jump to. You're stuck there, and you see the Minotaurs coming towards you, about to catch up. Barrett, your turn.
I'm going to absolutely just keep wailing on this thing. I'm just going to be doing the classic, letting out all of my fucking frustration as blood just kind of dribbles from the corner of his mouth as he does not.
Before you do, you feel a warmth on your chest slightly as the medallion that is pinning your toga on seems to glow. You get to roll an extra damage dice for each time that you hit.
Yeah, let's go.
As you feel like there's something else helping you strike this thing down.
Awesome. 16, yeah, it's not a 1. So there you go. 9 total on that swing. 15, yeah.
That hits. Roll damage.
14.
Okay. It is on death's door.
It hits. 8.
Okay. Barrett, you lift up your axe and you feel the glow of the medallion on your chest, and almost like somebody else is holding onto your axe with you, you slam it down and you feel the brass finally dent enough that it snaps in that ring that was around the brazier, and suddenly, like you flipped a light switch off, you're in darkness. Every blue light all the way around is and turns off. Jaeger, the bull, is jumping forward and like lands in front of you, and then it goes poof, and it's like the pilot light on a stove went out, and it drops to one knee, and then the armor that is the brass bull just kind of fucking falls apart. Trinket, you see Chloe take off, and then you just have this feeling, and then you hear it. You hear the tower chiming in the distance. All of you do. As whatever happened, the mission's over. And then, like a crushing wave, you're all back in the clock tower again.
Did we do good?
It's like Tower, you're all alive.
Did we do good?
Yeah?
Jaeger, everyone else begins talking. Jaeger just leans forward, puts his face in his hands, and just slowly breathes as he realizes that he stared death in the face once again.
As Barrett asks if you all did good, and Jaeger leans forward, putting his face in his hands and sighing with the relief of stress and having just looked his own mortality in the face as the Minotaur was getting closer, you're all back. And for a moment it feels the frantic nature of everything, of you guys having done it, and somewhere in all of the relief and the mission being over, there's this image, Trinket, of just seeing Chloe's face saying, "I'll be right back," and then taking off.
So, do I know? They don't remember us after we leave, though. No idea.
It's hard to. Some people say that they don't remember.
But these guys are gods, so who knows?
So who knows?
I don't know. Like, Trinket kind of doesn't look upset or well, maybe a little bit like stressed because we survived somehow, but not like upset. More like wistful, I guess. Kind of like, yeah, we did that. What happened?
Sam just doesn't say much. I think there's a lot of relief, and the couch helps a lot, but just does a very small motion and just like leans up against Jaeger a little bit and just like tilts their head down and breathes.
Barrett looks stressed and unsatisfied. Doesn't really, he just remembers saying mean words to somebody that didn't deserve it. He saw one of the teachers just get absolutely brutalized, and then going through the stress of Jaeger almost dying on my watch again. It's getting to be a feeling that he does not know how to put away. So he looks frustrated. He looks pretty frustrated. And regardless of your guys' answer to his question, he doesn't feel like he did.
He wasn't asking them. And I feel like there's a part of you too, right? That when you ask that to the room and to all of your new friends, your new family, you know he would have put a hand on your shoulder and been like, "Of course we did." And it's just, that's not there.
He mutters it under his breath.
Of course we did.
As he gives the million-yard stare at the table.
Of course we did.
Hey, it's me, Ellie again. And that's the end of this arc. I want to say thank you for all the engagement and all the positive feedback I've gotten from this arc. It was an absolute blast to record and to edit, and I'm really glad everybody enjoyed it so much. The world outside continues to be pretty scary, but as long as we're able to, we're going to keep this show going as something positive in the world. Making art right now seems really important, and there's a lot more that a lot of people can do, so help where you can. And now, on to credits, which have been reorganized a bit. Barrett was played by Bink, Sam was played by Cal, Trinket was played by Kball, Jaeger was played by Trent, and I, Ellinthris, was your DM. The editing of the show is done by Cal and myself. Thank you, Cal, for all the work you do to keep the show going. The voice of our disclaimer is Valik Donahew. You can check out his work at patreon.com/themadlanddreamer. All music from Season 1 of ClockTower and some additional songs for Season 2 of ClockTower made by Who's Music. If you would like your own D&D music commissioned, you can contact them and find all of their work through their website, whosisthis.com, or find it in the description below. Thanks, Who's. If you want to learn more about the art behind ClockTower, head over to our Art and Animation YouTube channel. The ClockTower test on our website was programmed by LeMay. If you would like to join the ClockTower community, you can go to our Discord server where fans and the cast alike are able to hang out and chat. This show is funded and kept going by our patrons on Patreon. Thank you for all of your constant and continued support. If you would like to donate to help the show keep going, please head over to our Patreon and become a patron. All links to the websites I just mentioned can be found in the episode description or on our website, clocktoweragent.com. And thank you again for listening. ClockTower Season 2, Episode 60, will be out for all of our early episode patrons on July 18th and will release publicly on July 25th. Till then, time's ticking. See you in the ClockTower.